Now, walking your dog is absolutely critical. Making sure you spend good time with them is also key. If you've ever considered running with your dog, then stick around and watch this video because today I'm going to explain all the basic bits of equipment that you'll need to get outside today and start running with your dog. Hi, I'm Reece from the Care Company and welcome back to this YouTube channel. On this channel, we talk about everything that's involved in running our dog business. Now, this is the first video in a series of videos all about getting you running with your dog outside, hopefully, obviously. But it's all about getting you running today with your dog successfully. And that's not an easy thing. Sometimes a lot of people will think just running with a dog is a really easy thing to do, but it actually takes a bit of skill, a bit of drills, and a bit of patience. Now today we're not going to talk about strategies of how to get you outside today running with your dog. That'll come in a separate video. Today we'll look at the basic bits of equipment, going from the simplest to the more advanced, probably the better, and then everything in between. So let's just get straight into it. So the most basic, the simplest piece of equipment that you could do today running with your dog, you probably have it in the house, is just a very basic slip lead. Now, before you start saying anything, yes, I appreciate that slip leads are self-tightening, and if your dog is a little bit more energetic, you'll know your dog better than me, if you can think that taking off for a run and getting them ready to run, that they're going to want to pull, then a slip lead is not the thing you want to be doing. But if your dog's a little bit older, a little bit maybe calmer, and you know that your dog will kind of run beside you, honestly, in a separate video I'll explain how you start to run with your dog. But if you can gauge that you think your dog's going to be able to just plod along beside you, then a slip lead is something you probably have in the house, slips over the dog, and it's really good because it's reactive. As long as your dog's not pulling, which you do not want to happen, you can just correct it a little bit if it starts to track too far forward. So a slip lead you could have today, you probably have it in the house, very, very cheap and very, very useful. And all of these products, full disclosure, all these products are the Care Company products, and we use these day in, day out with our dog. We've got a 1-year-old, I was about to say 3-year-old. We've got a 1-year-old fox red Labrador retriever called Poppy. And we've slowly built her up to be able to run. I'm not taking her out for 10k runs or even 5k runs or even 2k runs. We'll go out and every now and again we'll do a little bit of running work together because she really, really, really enjoys it. And sometimes we'll use a slip lead and then sometimes we'll use the more advanced equipment, which I'll come on to. So you've got the option of a slip lead. Now, the next step up from that really can be a collar and a flat lead system. So this is our Journey Light collar, and this one's in the black. It's got a little nice reflective. What you're looking for in a collar, and lead system when you're starting to build up running, is that the collar's comfortable. It's not too tight, and it's got a very strong buckle. You can probably just see that buckle. That's a D-shaped buckle, incredibly strong, really, really works well with the lead. If I can get it on. Works really well. Again, you most likely have, I'm going to assume if you've got a dog, you've got a collar, and you probably have a lead as well. Now, as you're just building up the dog's ability to run, to want to run, to understand what running looks like, you absolutely can go and do your normal walk, your normal collar, your normal lead, and just start to integrate that running, which I will cover, I promise you, in a separate video. But here's another option for you as well. This is our Journey Light collar and our adjustable slip lead, I think it's called. Black and camouflage because it's really cool. Now the next step up is starting to look at harnesses. Now you may walk your dog on a lead, slip lead, or a harness. We do all three combinations. Now this is our Elevate harness, and I personally think it's the best looking harness that we have. It's a 5-point adjustable harness. Now don't take this offensively, but if your dog's a little bit awkward shaped, maybe a little bit portly, maybe it is just an awkward shape, this is a 5-point adjustable harness which allows you to be able to fit it around your dog's body, and make sure that they're comfortable in the harness. Now, all our harnesses have been tested and designed with your dog's mobility and movement at heart, and that's why these harnesses are actually so good for running, hiking, or just getting outdoors. This one's a stylish one, it is quite nice. I would normally pair this one up with our 8-point training lead. Now, you don't have to get one of these training leads. They are incredibly effective, not just for running, but for your walking as well. Now, I'm going to cut away so I can attach it to the harness so I don't look too silly. And as if by magic, I've managed to just fit this very, very easily. Now, it's actually incredibly difficult to fit these together when it's not on a dog, weirdly. And unfortunately, I can't bring Poppy into here because there's candles and all sorts of things. But essentially, if you've never seen one of these before, they clip onto the top clip of your harness and the bottom bit of your harness. Now, what that allows you to do is to be able to control your dog, both from the chest area, but also from the back area. At certain times, you can unclip this from here, he says, super quick. It's so difficult with a dog nut in here. Reclip it here if you want to, have then a round bit. Or you can take this clip off here and reclip it onto, so difficult when the dog's not in this harness for some reason, onto here, which then gives you a shorter lead. Now, one of the beauty aspects of having one of these training leads is that you can slip it safely, not over your neck, over your head and over your shoulder, or you can just have it over your shoulder like a fancy little handbag as you're walking your dog. Now, because of the shape of this, you can also clip it around your waist, which I'm going to show you the best product for that in a minute, but you can also clip it around your waist, and when you're starting to run with your dog, maybe you can start to build up, it's how you want to do it, and we'll discuss this in another video like I said, but you can maybe start to integrate different practices in your dog so that they kind of think and know what's a way to happen. So if you normally clip it at the top, clip it at the bottom, if you take the bottom clip off, clip it onto the top, the dog over time will build up that muscle memory or memory of what's the way to happen and start to know that it's way to start to run. From there, you can actually build up your dog's engagement, drive, and just enjoyment around the running process, and you can just develop it for whatever style that you want to moving forward. Now, that was our Elevate harness and the double-ended training lead. What I'm going to show you now is for me, the creme de la creme, the best option. It's not the only option, but it certainly provides the most mobility. Excuse me while I get a drink of coffee. It certainly provides the most mobility, the most freedom of movement, but it's difficult to start with this if you're only starting running with your dog. If you're starting running with your dog, you are going to be running 5 meters, 10 meters, 20 meters at a time. You're not going to be going out there smashing 10k personal best or anything like that. That would just do your dog damage. It probably do you some damage as well. And it's more important that you build this up over time, bit by bit, to make sure your dog's enjoying it and make sure you're enjoying it as well. But once you get to a position where you're comfortable running with your dog for a couple of 100 meters, maybe a little bit more if you're getting quite advanced, this is the best option. This is the option that I really like to wear, or this is the option that I really like Poppy to wear when we're going out and doing a little bit of training and doing a little bit of running. So let me show you that option right now. Now this option, I'm going to clear the deck for this one. Cleared the deck. Now this setup comes with two different parts, a harness and essentially a lead, but this is our advanced harness, comes in the awesome matte black. It's waterproof, but more importantly it's Y-shaped. Now Y-shaped is designed specifically to take the pressure off the front of your dog's shoulders. Now I've seen it, I'm sure you've seen it, when you see dogs out in certain harnesses and they're pulling, they're putting pressure across their neck, probably making grunting noises, maybe squawking noises. They're not really enjoying their walk. Now this one specifically is designed to take that pressure off the front of your dog's shoulders, and that's key. If you're running, your dog will naturally track in front of you. That's just going to happen, probably because they're faster than you, no offense. But having a harness that's designed for freedom of movement, which this harness is designed for, you've got a bit of peace of mind knowing that your dog can pull a little bit and it's not going to hurt them, it's not going to press on their throat or anything like that. So if they do track forward, it's not the end of the world and you can correct that quite comfortably. Now I'll just show you this very quickly. It's just a really, really smart harness. Like I said, it's got the very strong D-rings here. It's fluorescent, it's waterproof, Y-shaped, built for your dog's freedom of movement. And to pair that up, you can also pair it up with our Freedom to Run bungee lead. Now this comes in, again, this awesome combination of colors, but also black as well if you want to pair it up, black on black. And this bungee lead is specifically designed for running, maybe hiking, getting outside with your dog. Your dog's going to be potentially trailing in front of you, sniffing, and that's not going to be the end of the world because you're not doing a heel walk. However, very quickly, let me just show you this first. Very quickly, the way that this is designed, it's got a very quick and easy grab handle at the bottom, so you can give your dog a little tug back to heel when you want it to go to heel. So let me just show you how you operate this. It's a very simple bit. It's not shaped for me though. Bet you Yvonne's been wearing this, and Yvonne's got a tiny little waist. And my big mammoth waist, yep. I'll be back with you in a second when I adjust it for a larger man's waist. And we're back, and I've adjusted this. It's incredibly easy to adjust. It's a single little buckle. I don't know why I cut away to do that. Now, what you do is you simply attach this around your waist, put the little buckle through here, and it's hands-free, incredibly light, and it just sits on your waist over your hips. Now, built into this lead is a bungee cord, and we've made sure that this bungee is the bungeeest of all bungees. That's the way we want to do it. We've had other similar looking leads and other similar designs of leads where they're designed for getting out, but the bungee is either just incredibly floppy or it's so rigid. Now this is the happy medium, which we sometimes like. And this happy medium allows your dog to just track in front of you a little bit, but they're not going to be able to take the mick, as you would say in the UK, don't know what you say in America, and just be moving away and forward in front of you and not be able to come back. Now, built into this freedom of movement lead is a very quick and easy one-handed operation carabiner. You should be able to do this with one hand, he says. I can anyway. And this carabiner just allows you to flick it, connect it, and it locks into place. And as I've said, this carabiner has been designed specifically to make sure that it's very easy to use, but it's also incredibly secure, so that when you're out there walking, running, hiking with your dog, you've got that security and peace of mind knowing that your dog is incredibly secure. So for me, this is the best option if you're ever going out running with your dog, but absolutely you do not have to start with that. I would start with one of the other options. Probably got it in your house. Your dog's probably more familiar with those ones as well, so that's good to make sure that your dog's comfortable and happy in what they're wearing, so that when you go out and start doing this new training protocol, this new thing, it's not getting a little bit freaked out with what it's wearing and it's constantly trying to bite it and move it around. That said, once you've progressed from doing short, sharp 10-meter runs and progressing up to a little bit longer, then you can maybe think about investing in one of these more advanced options, but it's up to you. Now, make sure that if you've liked anything that you've seen here, check out the Cared Company website, thecaredcompany.co.uk, and you'll be able to see all these different options in a variety of different colours, and you can just mix and match and style your dog in how you want to. Now that's everything in this video. I said it was going to be a short, sharp one, just looking at all the basic bits of equipment you could do. Now in the next video, we're probably going to discuss how to start getting your dog ready to want to run. And from there, I'll then do another video and showing you exactly how to get your dog wanting to run outside. Now, as always, if you could like and subscribe to this YouTube channel, it really would help us out. But other than that, I hope you have a great week and I'll see you in the next video.